bubbles this year are just crazy. We have so many of them. And they're all starting to turn into frogs. Getting their back legs and even turning green. Good morning. I'm Crystal and welcome to Homemaking on the Homestead and another episode of my Homemakers Journal, day in the life, kind of vlog type videos I've been making since I started my channel. I've always tried to figure out what to call it, and I think I've finally come down to a Homemakers Journal, just kind of sharing bits of things that are happening in my life and around my homestead, and just reflections of whatever seems to be fitting for each season as it comes. We definitely hit summer pretty hard on. Usually we have rain until sometimes as late as into the first week of July, and we haven't had any rain for quite a while now, and things are really dry. It's given us some beautiful summer days, which I thoroughly enjoy because summer is my favorite season. But I do worry about things like forest fires and water shortages. Right now, I'm not going to bring on tomorrow's troubles and just enjoy what I do have. Today has been kind of a reprieve from all that sunshine and all that heat. It's overcast. The weatherman said it was supposed to dry, or it was supposed to get clear today, and so far it hasn't done that. I figure if it's going to be cloudy, then give us some rain, please. But that's okay. My life routines seem to be about the same most days. You know, I start off with my coffee, and then my husband and I go out and walk, and I really have enjoyed that just kind of simple morning routine. It's a great way to wake up, to get out and walk. I don't know if there's any other walkers out there, but I really enjoy it. I haven't walked as much distance-wise as I was a while back, but life just seems to be so busy. And sometimes we've gotten out as early as 5:30 in the morning just to beat the heat. And it's quiet. You know, you really get to see nature, and you get to see all the little bits of wildlife and hear all the birds and things like that. So it's a really pleasant way to start my day. We had a really nice holiday weekend. My daughter and her husband from California came up, and the grandkids all had a great time spending time together and swimming in the pond. And Grandpa gave them tractor rides, and that was the highlight. My two little grandboys from Sacramento had never been here when they were old enough to be able to ride on Grandpa's tractor, so they had a good time, a very good time with that. Yep, good job, Raylan.
Did I take it the long way?
Our 4th of July celebration was pretty simple. We usually have, in the past years, have had lots of people and a big, you know, lots of fireworks and all kinds of stuff. This year we kept it pretty simple. Just got some sparklers and some smoke bombs for the kids. We were concerned because it has been so hot and so dry. We just don't want to take any chances of doing anything that might ignite even a small fire. So we just decided to keep it safe, and they just did sparklers in the front yard. But they had a good time with that. My mind often thinks about contentment. I shared about it a little bit in my last Homemakers Journal, and I think that's kind of a good theme for these vlogs, is just understanding contentment. What makes us discontent? What kind of things do we have control over? What kind of things do we not have control over? I've been off social media now for several months, Facebook specifically. It really got me thinking that how often does social media kind of just take over our lives and our thought? How many times have we taken pictures just so that we can post them on Facebook? A friend of mine made a comment not long ago that she said, I don't really believe that we were actually meant to have all this input from so many people all the time, like Facebook will give us. I thought that was an interesting comment. And I've wondered how much a distraction, things that cause distraction, and Facebook may not cause distraction for everybody, so I'm not picking on any one thing, but we all have things in life that can cause us distraction. And I've often wondered, how much does distraction come into play when you're dealing with like periods of discontentment? Our minds are distracted in all kinds of different ways, and it causes us to lose that sense of peace that's inside of us. Just that sense of overall peace and gratitude. If we're discontent, can it sometimes cause us to forget the gratitude aspect, to forget the thankfulness aspect, to enjoy the small things in life, and learn to find joy in those small things if you don't already. Some people do, some people don't. I mean, it's hard to find joy in making your bed every day. However, the flip side of that is I'm grateful that I have a very comfortable bed to sleep in. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful for a good night's sleep. We just don't stop to sometimes even acknowledge some of the simplest things in life. And while I love my busy times, I love when my family gets together, like this last weekend, spending the night in a house full of grandchildren and noise and time spent with my daughters and my son. I was just so grateful to have that time, and I really enjoy it. But those times come and then they go. Everybody goes home and life goes back to the everyday. And I have found it important to realize that the everyday is what makes up the majority of our life. That these big moments only come every so often. While we need to always enjoy them, cherish them, make the most of those wonderful memories, there's also that aspect of being thankful for the everyday. So this summer in my everyday life, I have enjoyed a lot of baking. I have enjoyed time outside, swimming in my pond with my grandkids and with my husband. I have enjoyed watching farm life, our little goats that are staked up during the day so that they can work on the blackberry bushes, the meat chickens, the egg chickens. The little garden in front of the house is growing. There's just a lot of blessings around me. I think all seasons have a rhythm to them, a flow, and summer is no different. And I've appreciated the rhythm of summer. I've appreciated the everyday of summer. I try to start, most of my days, I try to start by thanking God for His blessings for that day. Found that to be a great way to put my mind in the right place when I'm cleaning another bathroom or doing another load of laundry. It just gives my brain something to focus on, my mind and my heart something to focus on. I know that in life I've had times of discontentment, and it was due to situations I didn't have any control over, and it was periods of time. And those are, I think, some of the hardest ones, when you're feeling that discontentment. It's caused by something that is out of your control. And how do you turn that around to contentment? That's a difficult one. I can't even say I have an answer for that one, other than a whole lot of prayer and the ability to remember. Ultimately, contentment isn't based on how we feel. It's based on where our heart is at. I hope that you've enjoyed this little Homemaker's Journal, finding contentment in the everyday. And I hope that you're enjoying the everyday, and I hope that you're enjoying your summer right now. And remembering to stop and be grateful and thankful for all the little things. Makes a big difference for a person's heart. All right, you guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye. The irises are all done now. I always love that time of spring, but they're all done now. The heat of summer has taken over.